All of you welcome. Let's go to the new chapter, Sun, the ultimate source. Please listen. Two maps are given. Both maps shows the distribution of temperature of a few Indian cities in different months. That is in December and June. From this map, we can understand that the temperature is not same at different places on the same day, and the temperature experienced at a particular place is not same in all seasons. That is, the temperature varies in accordance with the place and time. Let us look at the causes and consequences of the varied distribution of atmospheric temperature. The first topic is insolation. Solar energy reaches Earth in the form of short waves. This is called insolation. The Earth's surface facing the sun gets heated by this flow of energy, which begins with sunrise and lasts till sunset. Solar energy reaches Earth in the form of short waves are called insolation. The next topic is the processes of heat transfer in the atmosphere. The heat is then transferred to the atmosphere from the surface of the earth through various processes. They are conduction, convection, advection, and terrestrial radiation. The first process is conduction. Heat is transferred to that part of the atmosphere close to the hot surface of the earth, which is called conduction. The second process of heat transfer is convection. Heated air expands and rises up is called convection. The third process of heat transfer is advection. Horizontal transfer of heat by wind is called advection. It is the horizontal transfer of heat by wind. The fourth process of heat transfer is terrestrial radiation. Heat is transferred from the surface of the earth to the outer space in the form of long waves. It is called terrestrial radiation. Next topic is heat budget. The balance between insolation and terrestrial radiation is called heat budget. It is the picturization of the heat budget. We know that it is the balance between insolation and terrestrial radiation. If we consider the total amount of insolation reaching the outer space of the atmosphere as 100 units, about 35 units of energy are reflected back by the atmosphere. From the remaining 65 units, that is 100 units minus 35 units, the clouds and dust absorbed 14 units. The remaining 51 units absorbed by the Earth's surface. After reaching the Earth's surface, 51 units of energy returned to the outer space in the form of long waves. From the 51 units of energy, the clouds and dust absorbed 34 units. The remaining 17 units goes back to the outer space. The table shows the heat budget. Heat budget is the balance between insolation and terrestrial radiation. The amount of energy reflected by the atmosphere and Earth's surface is 35 units. The energy reaching the Earth's surface is 51 units and the energy held by the atmosphere is 14 units. The sum of 51 and 14 is equal to 65 units. That is the total energy received by the atmosphere and surface of the Earth is equal to 65 units. Then direct terrestrial radiation is 17 units and radiation from the atmosphere is 48 units. The sum of 17 and 48 is equal to 65 units. That is the total energy radiated back from the Earth's surface and the atmosphere is equal to 65 units. 65 units equal to 65 units. That is The total energy received by the atmosphere and surface of the earth is equal to the total energy radiated back from the earth's surface and the atmosphere. The entire energy reaching the earth's surface is returned to the outer space through various means. Through this heat balancing process termed as heat budget, the surface temperature of the earth is kept balanced. The next topic is temperature. Temperature is the degree of hotness of the atmosphere. It is from the weather condition at 2 pm that the meteorologists measure the maximum temperature of a day. The minimum temperature is taken just before the sunrise. The two terms related to temperature are diurnal range of temperature and daily mean temperature. Diurnal range of temperature. The difference between the maximum and the minimum temperatures of a day is called diurnal range of temperature. Diurnal range of temperature is equal to maximum temperature of the day minus minimum temperature of the day. Next term is daily mean temperature. The average temperature of a day is termed as daily mean temperature. Daily mean temperature is equal to maximum temperature of the day plus minimum temperature of the day whole divided by 2. Let us calculate the diurnal range of temperature and daily mean temperature of Kochi. The maximum temperature and minimum temperature is given. The maximum temperature is 32 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. Diurnal range of temperature is equal to maximum temperature minus minimum temperature, that is equal to 32 degrees Celsius minus 26 degrees Celsius is equal to 6 degrees Celsius. Then daily mean temperature is equal to maximum temperature plus minimum temperature whole divided by 2, that is equal to 32 plus 26 by 2 is equal to 29 degrees Celsius. In the map, we can see smooth curved lines connecting the places having equal temperature. This is the method used to represent the distribution of temperature in maps. Isotherms. The imaginary lines connecting places having equal atmospheric temperature are called isotherms. Iso means equal, therms means temperature. The next topic, factors influencing the distribution of temperature. Latitude, altitude, nearness of ocean and winds are the factors influencing the distribution of temperature. Among the factors influencing the distribution of temperature, the latitude is most important one. The sunlight is most intense in the tropical region. This region receives more energy as the sun's rays are almost vertical. The angle of incidence of the sun's rays becomes more inclined on approaching the poles. There occurs more energy loss as the sun's rays have to travel more through the atmosphere owing to the inclination. The equatorial region receives more energy and the polar region receives only less energy. The second factor influencing the distribution of temperature is altitude. The temperature in the troposphere decreases at the rate of 1 degree Celsius per 165 meter of altitude. The temperature is comparatively low at places situated much above the sea level. That means altitude and temperature are inversely related. When altitude increases, the temperature decreases. The third factor influencing the distribution of temperature is the nearness of ocean. The range of temperature will be high at places away from the sea and vice versa. Temperature remains moderate at places close to the sea. This is because the heating of land causes wind to blow from sea to land, and cooling of land causes wind to blow from land to sea. That is the influence of sea breeze and land breeze. The another factor influencing the distribution of temperature is wind. The warm and the cold winds can respectively raise or lower the temperature of the places through which they pass. That is, the warm wind raise the temperature and the cold wind lower the temperature. Okay, in the next video we will discuss the remaining part of this chapter. Thank you.